My beloved brothers and sisters, we live in a time when people check their phones before they check their hearts. Subhanallah. Some of us wake up and the first thing we do is scroll through social media, not even saying Alhamdulillah for another day of life. Let's talk about it. How does social media affect our Iman and relationships? Because the reality is, if we're not careful, it can break both. The illusion of perfection, my beloved brothers and sisters. Today we live in a world where social media has become a stage. People dress up, smile for the camera, and show you the best 5 seconds of their day. But what happens after they put the phone down? You don't see the arguments, the struggles, the tears. You don't see the moments of frustration, the stress, or the reality behind closed doors. And yet we sit there scrolling thinking, wow, their life is perfect. My sister, that sister posting her beautiful marriage pictures, do you know what she's really going through? My brother, that brother posing with his new car, do you know how much debt he's in? But because we only see the highlights, we start to feel like our own lives are not good enough. We start thinking, why is everyone happy except me? And then comes the worst part. We begin to fake it too. We take 100 selfies just to pick one. We edit, filter, and adjust until we create a version of ourselves that isn't even real. Why? Because we feel pressured to match a standard that doesn't exist. Some people, instead of solving their problems, try to prove to the world that they have no problem. They could be struggling in their marriage, but instead of working on it, they post a picture with a caption, "My king, my queen, my everything, subhanallah." But the reality? Maybe they haven't spoken properly in days. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we seek validation from people when true contentment comes from within? And the worst part, my brothers and sisters, is that this illusion creates envy, jealousy, and unnecessary stress. It makes us ungrateful for the blessings we already have. A person who has a good, simple life suddenly feels poor just because they saw someone else's expensive holiday. A woman who was happy with her husband suddenly feels he's not good enough just because she saw another man buying gifts for his wife. We start measuring our lives based on what others post, forgetting that half of it is not even real. The reality is, nobody's life is perfect. Everyone has their own tests. But when we constantly compare our reality to someone else's highlight reel, we will never be satisfied. And the moment we lose contentment, we lose peace. Wasted time and neglected duties, my beloved brothers and sisters. Let's be honest, how many times have we said just 5 more minutes on social media, and before we know it, an hour has passed? Subhanallah. Time is one of the greatest blessings, yet it is also one of the easiest to waste. Imagine you have a bucket of water and there's a small hole at the bottom. Slowly, drop by drop, the water leaks out. At first you don't notice it, but one day you look and the bucket is empty. This is how we lose time. One scroll, one video, one post at a time until we realize hours have gone and we've gained nothing beneficial. Some of us, we delay our salah because of a quick reply to a message. Others sit with family, but their eyes are glued to the screen. A mother is speaking to her son, but he is busy laughing at a TikTok video. A father is advising his daughter, but she is too distracted checking how many likes she got on her last post. We are present in the body, but absent in the mind. How can we build strong relationships if our attention is always elsewhere? And look at how time flies. Once upon a time it was Facebook, then Instagram, then Snapchat, then TikTok, and now who knows what's next. Every new platform promises more entertainment, more distraction, more time spent doing nothing. And then we complain, I don't have time for Quran, I don't have time for my parents, I don't have time to improve myself. My brothers and sisters, we do have time. It's just being stolen by endless scrolling, meaningless debates, and distractions that bring no benefit. Some people, they stay up late at night watching videos and then they struggle to wake up for Fajr. Others waste their entire afternoon going through comments and arguments that don't concern them. And then, when it comes to real-life responsibility, studies, work, family, they say, I'm too tired, I have no energy. But where did the energy go? It was spent on things that didn't matter. And the saddest part? The things we neglect in the process. Our salah becomes rushed, our du'as become empty words, our families feel ignored, our health suffers, and then we wonder why we feel lost, why we feel distant, why we feel like something is missing. My brothers and sisters, the problem is not that we don't have time. The problem is that we are not using it wisely. The trap of seeking validation, my beloved brothers and sisters. Today we live in a world where people don't just do things, they need the whole world to see them doing it. You give charity? Wait, let me take a picture. You pray? Let me record a video. You buy a cup of coffee? Let me post it with a deep caption. Subhanallah! Why? Because we've become obsessed with seeking validation from others. We post a picture and the first thing we do, refresh how many likes, how many comments, who viewed my story, and if we don't get enough engagement, we feel disappointed. If someone doesn't comment, we start thinking, did they ignore me? Do they not like me anymore? If we don't get enough likes, we think maybe I'm not good enough. But my brothers and sisters, who told us that our worth is measured by a number on a screen, look at how dangerous this has become. Some people, they dress a certain way, not because they like it, but because it will get them more attention online. Others will post something not because they believe in it, but because it's trending. We start changing our personality, our lifestyle, and even our values just to fit in, just to impress. And in the process, we lose ourselves. And what happens next? We become slaves to people's opinions. We start living for others instead of living for ourselves. If they praise us, we feel good. If they criticize us, we feel broken. If they compliment our looks, we feel confident. If they don't, we start doubting ourselves. My brothers and sisters, this is not freedom. This is a prison. A prison where your happiness depends on strangers, where your peace depends on comments, where your self-worth depends on the approval of people who don't even know you. And let's be real, people will always have something to say. You wear something simple, why so basic? You wear something stylish, trying too hard, you stay quiet, so boring. You speak up, too much attitude. Subhanallah, no matter what you do, someone will have an opinion. So why are we trying to please people who will never be satisfied? Why do we give so much power to their words? And the saddest part, the moment we stop getting attention, we feel empty. We feel like something is missing. But that's because we've been feeding the wrong thing. We've been feeding our ego instead of our soul. We've been chasing the approval of people instead of focusing on what truly matters. Relationships are built, not just posted. My beloved brothers and sisters, today we see a strange reality. People are more interested in showing their relationships than actually building them. A person takes a picture with their parents and writes, "My everything," but when their mother calls them, they don't even answer. A husband posts, "Forever with my queen," but in real life he hasn't spoken kindly to his wife in weeks. A friend shares an old picture with a deep caption about loyalty, but in reality, they haven't checked in on their friend in months. We have reached a point where our relationships exist more online than they do in real life. People take 100 pictures to capture one perfect moment, but they don't spend even 5 minutes creating real moments. What is the point of posting "Family is everything" if you never sit with your family without a phone in your hand? What is the benefit of writing "I love my parents" if your parents have to beg for your time? What is the value of telling the world how much you care for someone if in private you make no effort to show it? Some people think love is about posting grand gestures online, but in reality, love is in the small, consistent acts of kindness. It is in helping your spouse without being asked. It is in calling your parents just to check on them. It is in really listening when someone speaks. It is in being present, not just physically, but emotionally. A relationship is not built by writing deep captions, it is built by deep conversations. It is not strengthened by likes and comments, it is strengthened by time, effort, and sincerity. Imagine two people sitting together, each glued to their screens, not talking, not connecting, yet when they leave, they post "best time ever." Subhanallah. When did we start valuing the appearance of happiness more than actual happiness? And let's be honest, real relationships are not perfect. There will be misunderstandings, disagreements, and difficult days. But today, instead of fixing problems, people just pretend they don't exist. Instead of working through struggles, they post a smiling picture to convince the world that everything is fine. But my brothers and sisters, relationships don't grow through filters and hashtags, they grow through patience, effort, and sincerity. Use social media for good, my beloved brothers and sisters. Social media is like fire. If you use it the right way, it gives you warmth, light, and benefit. But if you are careless, it can burn everything around you. It can destroy your time, your relationships, your peace, and even your Iman. The question is, are we using it for benefit? Or are we letting it harm us? Some people use social media only to waste time scrolling endlessly, watching things that add no value, engaging in arguments that lead nowhere. We forward messages without checking if they are true. We post about others without thinking about how it might affect them. We engage in debates not to learn but just to prove a point. And before we know it, we have wasted hours, damaged relationships, and filled our hearts with negativity. My brothers and sisters, if we are not careful, our phones can become a tool for gossip, arrogance, and distraction. Let's use it to share knowledge, to support one another, to spread kindness. Let's make sure that when we leave this world, the footprint we leave behind is one of benefit, not regret.